Talk given at Trinity Los Angeles, July 28, 1935. Our work has been archaeological research, and I am not a lecturer. I am an engineer, and our work has been in a field about which we talk little. But because of the inquiries as to whether or not these things are fact, and if these people really lived, it is necessary to come out and tell some of the results of our contact with the people who lived and who are now living this so-called remarkable life. To them it is not remarkable. It is the natural sequence of a life well lived. Our research work has proved conclusively that every one of its demonstrations can be proved and that there is a scientific fact back of it. In fact, we know today that each accomplishment of any description is brought about by a scientific fact underlying it. A person does not need to wonder or speculate on these conditions. We can use them by stepping forth and becoming one with them. It becomes perfectly simple. The Western world seems to be working through complicated conditions, whereas the Eastern world works with them. You cannot accomplish a thing unless you stand one with it. It is not leading from one thing to another, but accomplishing one thing, and then taking up another thing in a perfectly orderly sequence. Our research has been carried on so that we can say, and it will be proved, that there is no such thing as death. It is only the accomplishment of the individual and the mass of individuality. It is accomplished in exactly the same way as we accomplish anything else. It is far easier to accomplish life than death, because life is a more magnificent thing. Death occurs when the vibrations become so low that life is crowded out. There is no doubt that the scientific facts will be brought out so that they are explainable. We will be able to show you a mathematical formula for bodily perfection. It will be presented as simply as the multiplication table. It is being worked out right here in this country now. People look on that as a mystery. It is not. These things can be proved. If we do not believe them, we do not have them. If we do not come forth and accept them, they are not for us. This research work has been carried on because of our feeling that people would use them at some time. An older people in an old civilization lived in a higher attitude than we do today. The records they left are most valuable to the civilization of today. If humanity can be assisted by them, so much the better. If they are not practical, we do not want anything to do with them. Consequently, we have tried to bring it down to an actual, practical, working basis with no mystery or myth. If that can be taken out, it can be lived and accomplished in every attitude of life. If one person accomplished it, all can and will.